Shining 3D have sent me this new 3D scanner. It's the Einstar Vega, and anyone who's been following my channel will know how much I love 3D scanning, so this was quite exciting to receive this. It comes with this very nice woven USB-C cable from Ugreen, power block with a UK plug on it, always good, wrist strap, and a little statuette thing. You could probably do a test scan using this if you wanted. Very nice protective carry case with the Einstar Vega logo on there. So just unzip this. It's got a couple of compartments inside. The included tripod is also very good quality. It's got legs that extend, and you can also adjust the angle of them, so you can position this at a very low angle. Very useful if you're using a turntable to scan something small. It's got a ball head on it. Makes it very simple to position the scanner. And then we have the Vega itself. It's in its silicone case at the minute, and I must say the silicone case is brilliant, and you wouldn't want to use it without, really. Offers a lot of protection, but it's also got these sort of chunky handles on the side. You can see the champagne gold finish on this one. Lovely solid bit of kit. This is a stand for the calibration board. For when you do your calibration, it holds it at just the right angle. And here is the calibration board. This is also very nice quality. Two sides, one for the near scanning and one for the far scanning. Also included is a shoulder strap for the carry case and some marker dots. That's a list of included items, and also some smaller marker dots for when you're scanning smaller things. The screen on this was lovely. My camera lens is a little bit misty at this point, but you can see it's working. Very nice screen. So let's give it a go. Here it is on the tripod. This is one of my homemade scanning turntables, just painted black. Then we've got a badger skull. This is a real skull, so lots and lots of detail on it. So we're scanning this in HD mode because it's a smaller item and I want lots of detail. I did have to take the top off the turntable just so that I could get the scanner a bit closer. But you can see the scan appearing on the screen. Green means that you've got good level of detail. Pink shows it's scanned, but not quite so good. But it's a really nice touch screen. Once you've got your scan or scans, you can then put them in the software. And I'm using the alignment tool here just to combine two scans into one. And I'm doing this with the point clouds. So I'm doing them in pairs. You want plenty of overlap so the automatic alignment works. And then I'm aligning the two alignments so that you get maximum detail. I'm covering all angles because this is a tricky thing to scan. So there's the fully aligned point cloud. And we're going to do one-click processing on this with high detail. And there's the finished result. There's a few islands there I need to delete. But that just looks amazing. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm just cropping these islands off. And there it is. Really lovely scan. very, very pleased with that. So let's try scanning something even smaller. This is a tiny little mink skull. Same process. I'm letting it rotate, but I'm changing the angle of the scanner, so I'm catching it from all angles. Tipping it over and scanning it the other way up. I did this with the badger skull as well, just to get it from every angle. We can then crop off the base using the alignment tool again. Once you've aligned your scans, you can add it to your list. So you can see on the left side there, you've got the original scans and your alignments. There we go. All ready and meshed. Look at the detail on that. Absolutely brilliant result considering how small this item is. You can see all the details of the teeth. Really very, very good. For something so small, very impressive. So I'm going to print this in resin. This is it in Chi2 box slicing software with all the supports added. I've also hollowed it and added a few drain holes. But that's what it looks like in the slicer. And here it is printed out next to the original. Absolutely delighted with how that came out. Perfect little replica. Now to scan something a bit bigger. This is George from the film Rampage, a toy I picked up at a car boot sale. And I've got him on the turntable. And I'm scanning away. And there he is, as a mesh in the Einstar software. I couldn't get to all areas of him, there's a few blank bits, but generally very, very good. And there it is in Mesh Mixer. You can see the detail on that. So I'm going to have a bit of fun. I've added the mink skull to George to create this beast thing. And I've resin printed it. Looks a bit like one of the monsters off Kong Skull Island. Bit freaky, but as I say, just a bit of fun. But great detail on that. I then thought I'd see how far we could push the scanner when it comes to size. So I've got this tiny little fish jaw, and we're going to have a go. Here's the finished result. Not great. It was pushing the limits a little bit and I had trouble combining the scans. Here is my favourite recliner that I spend far too much time in. This is much bigger. It's also very dark and very shiny. So it really is a big test for this scanner. But as you can see, it is scanning it very, very well. Even scanned bits of the room around me. But this is on the screen of the scanner, on the Vega. And you can see that is absolutely amazing. Incredible that it's managed to capture that. And here it is in the Einstar software. Really is fascinating doing this scanning. So I'm going to print this, but I'm going to print this on a filament printer. Here it is, 1/6 scale, and this is on the Flashforge Adventurer 5M Pro 3D printer. I'm just printing it out in this orange PLA. But miniaturization is just something fascinating about it. You could miniaturize your whole house. And there it is on the original. I then wanted to scan a person. I tried scanning my daughter, but as you can see, could not keep still. So my poor wife became the victim. She wasn't very happy, but time was pressing, so I didn't have much option. So this first scan was in the high speed mode. So this is scanning from a greater distance. And it came out well, but my wife's skin really isn't that bad. And this is in the HD mode, scanning her face much, much closer. And this is just an amazing scan, really, really good. I also did a quick scan of the dogs, and I had to be quick because they don't like you doing anything like this. They both got up and ran off. I'm not really into automotive scanning, but I thought I'd give my car a really quick go before I finished editing the video, just as an experiment. So here it is. I scanned the rear quarter and the front quarter. I didn't spend any time doing this, and I didn't use any markers, so I was very, very impressed with what I was able to achieve. There's a little bit of a tracking error on that front part there under the wheel. That's because of the repeating shape of the wheel. But given time, you could do an amazing job with this scanner. This is the Einstar Vega 3D scanner. Fully handheld, self-contained scanner. And I must say I've been blown away by how good this is. Everything about it screams quality. It's all metal construction, very sturdy, lovely sleek design. It's almost too sleek. You really wouldn't want to use it without the silicone case. The silicone case adds these grips and a lot of protection, so it greatly improves the handling of it. The screen on the back is really high resolution, really lovely touchscreen, and it's just been very easy to use. It tracks very, very nicely. It gives great detail on small subjects, and it seems to keep the tracking on large objects very well as well. You can actually change the distance that you want to scan at, and by doing that it enables really, really good scanning. Yeah, this is the champagne gold colour, not that you can see it once the silicone case is on there. Let's just pop that on there. Very simple to install. There we go. But it really greatly improves the handling. I've scanned tiny little things like this little mink skull. It's always better to test a scanner with something like this, because the detail in something like this is absolutely incredible. Far more than scanning some child's toy or something like that. It's just almost infinite detail on these. So I did a scan of this and printed this, and it's just amazing. Really nice replica of it. But I love, I spend a long time studying anatomy and comparative anatomy, so I find these sort of things really cool and interesting. I also scanned my favourite recliner, my armchair, which I spend far too much time in, usually with a laptop on my lap, but that's it, 3D printed. I printed this out on the Flash Forge, and it's come out beautifully actually. It's you could miniaturise your whole house. It's quite good fun. I think Barbie will be inheriting this now. This is it printed at 1/6 scale. The smallest thing I scanned was this tiny little fish jaw, which I found beachcombing. It was right on the limit of what this can do. It was a bit small. It did scan it. I think I've put a clip of it in the video, but the result wasn't brilliant because I could scan each side, but I couldn't combine the two scans to make the whole thing. And it's because the auto alignment wouldn't work on it. It's probably just too small. And if you use the manual alignment, you need to find 3 similar points on each scan. And on something this small, you have to zoom in to do that, and when you zoom in, the point cloud becomes a bit unrecognisable, so it's very difficult to find 3 spots to manually align it. But that was really pushing the limit. But overall, really impressed. I did scan my wife. She wasn't very impressed with that. She doesn't like having a photo taken or being scanned or anything. But unfortunately, she was the only subject available, but it showed how capable it was. I did a really quick scan of the dogs on the couch, and that came out incredibly well. I had to be so fast because they know you're doing something and they move. So that was only a few seconds, that scan. So that was very impressive, especially as both dogs are very dark and silky, and it still picked them up. I also did a quick scan of my car this morning, or a couple of parts of my car, and they came out incredibly well. I didn't use any markers or anything. The car's a bit dirty, which does help, but yeah, I think given time and a big enough indoor space, I reckon I could do a really good job. It was quite bright this morning, a rare thing at the moment, but it was a little bit bright. But it was just amazing that it actually managed to do it at all. So very, very impressed. Anyway, thanks to Einstar for sending this to me. I've not been paid for this review. They've just loaned me the equipment to try it. And yeah, I've had great fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out any links in the description, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. There's a few stills of some of my creations. And as I said, many thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out any links in the description. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.